And when we come back, we'll teach you how to become a vagabond. Just shuck everything and take off.
Brought to you by Tualatin Valley Fire and Rescue and Amica Insurance, the people you want around just in case. Tomorrow on AM Northwest.
From Acura to Volvo, we kick the tires and slam the doors at the Portland International Auto Show. Plus car buying tips and tactics that put you in the driver's seat.
Here's something fun to check out. It's the Date Auction Concoction. I love that title. It's happening with Clackamas Community College, the group Phi Theta Kappa there. Now, 5 bachelors and 5 bachelorettes will be up for auction Friday evening at 5:30. This will benefit the American Cancer Society. Phone number is on the screen there for more information. But if you would like to bid for a date, we have some of the bachelors and bachelorettes in the audience. Raise your hands if you're a bachelor or bachelorette who will be up for bid. Yes, so Friday night there at
Can married people
Community
bid
College.
on this, or is that not cool?
No, but listen to this. Those individuals who do not end up on a date can stay for the singles dance party.
Oh, they've got it covered.
Which may be better after all.
Absolutely, okay. Hey, how'd you like to quit your job for a period of time and just take off? Where's the most exotic place in the world you'd like to visit? Just go there and spend
Ireland.
Ireland? That's kind of
Not very
exotic in
exotic.
certain ways. Well, now comes this book called Vagabonding. It's about doing just that in some of the most exotic places in the world. And the great thing about this book is it tells you how to do it all, including getting the time away from work. Please welcome a guy who used to be a landscaper and English as a second language teacher. Now he is a world traveler. Rolf Potts is with us today. Rolf, good to see you. Welcome to Oregon.
Thanks a lot. Rolf.
Is this really possible for all of us, Rolf, to get away from work for up to 2, 4, 5 years and go where we want?
It is, and it's not a matter of being really wealthy and having tons of money, but it's sort of reprioritizing how you see money and how you see time. And when you think about it, we're all born equally rich in time, and if you can realize that if you use your money to sort of give yourself some free time, then you can become wealthy in experience.
When you set off on your adventures, what kind of budget are we talking about here?
My first vagabonding adventure was 8 months across the United States, and that cost me $5,000, which is pretty hand to mouth.
Mm-hmm. Did you have that going in, or did you earn some along the way?
I got that going in. I was a landscaper in Seattle, and if you admired the landscaper at Costco in Kirkland in 1993, that was me. But that funded me my travel freedom, and it lasted me 8 months.
You've been in some exotic places. We want to show some pictures of you. In fact, the picture of you on the book is from this area, right?
Yeah. This is the Libyan desert. It's actually, the Libyan desert stretches from Libya into southwestern Egypt, and I hiked for 3 days in what's called the Great Sand Sea, which is just sand dunes out to everywhere.
Was this a smart thing to do, Rolf? Hike through the desert?
Well,
up until the 3rd day, wasn't it?
It can be, yeah. I was hiking and I was doing great. I had a German fellow with me the first day who actually took this picture that's on the cover of the book. But we parted ways, and I was just sort of enjoying the solitude. And then in a thoughtless moment, I threw my pack in the sand and sat down on it and burst my reserve water bottle. So I had sort of an accidental adventure that way. My map said that there's a caravan road going down to Sudan. And so I hiked through the night to the caravan road, and it turned out to be paved, and I was able to hitchhike my way back to the oasis. And it was scary for a while, but it's one of those accidental adventures that can happen. You
also had some adventures in Burma.
I had some adventures in Burma. I like self-transportation. There's one thing about taking a public bus, but I decided to buy an old bicycle. This is a $40 Chinese bicycle, 1 speed. It made me look very unglamorous, but I pedaled it from the city of Mandalay down the Irrawaddy River Valley, and just had some really good, basic, organic adventures. This picture here is of boy monks. Most Burmese people are Buddhists, and the young boys have a novice monk stage. Actually, at the end of the bicycle trip, actually this photo here is actually a man. They had a...
You ended up in a transvestite show, right?
That's true. That's true. I was the only...
Now, were these the monks as well?
No, but this was at a monastery full moon festival, and they had, puppet shows and a market, and then all of a sudden, you cue into this banana, what's the song, Bahama Mama, and these men come lip-syncing dressed as women, and And the monks just watched it. It's a very tolerant culture.
Free of charge, huh, Rolf?
Free of charge. Yeah.
Many of us don't go because of the fear of a culture we don't understand or bumping into problems we can't solve. How do you deal with such things? What's your advice to people that might have those fears?
You have to take like the news media with a grain of salt, because they're going to concentrate on the problems of the world. And for every image you see of people burning American flags, 20 feet to the right, there's people rolling their eyes at the people who are burning the American flags. And people overseas don't really see Americans as a political entity. They're going to give you hospitality, regardless of if they agree with American policies or not. And it's hard to believe by watching the evening news, but it's really sort of heartwarming to go into these countries and feel
Let's take a
hospitality.
look at more of your pictures which show that you can go into these places and feel comfortable.
Yeah, this is actually near Jericho in the West Bank, which is a place which is certainly not getting good press these days. This was before the latest Intifada in 2000, but I walked across Israel from the Sea of Galilee to Jerusalem.
Is that your sleeping bag?
That's my sleeping bag. This is a cave underneath the Mount of the Temptation, where tradition says that Jesus was tempted by the devil. And there's a new monastery on top of the mountain, but the old monastery was in a cave. And now it's just empty.
So you went in there and slept?
I went in and fasted for 2 days. I figured what better place to fast and meditate than the place where historically or traditionally Jesus did that very thing.
Yeah. We've barely scratched the surface on Rolf's stories and all the information he has for the rest of us who think about just taking off and going to the place we've always dreamed of being. The book is called Vagabonding, an uncommon guide to the art of long-term world travel. Rolf, come back and visit us again. Tell us more stories about where you go next.
Thanks, Mike.
Now I know who was sleeping on the couch when I came in this morning. That was that blue sleeping bag,
I
right?
have a lot of experience. Compared to the cave, it was very comfortable.
Thanks,
Nice
Rolf.
to meet you, Rolf.
Thank you.
We're back just after this.
Cashing in on compassion tonight at 5 on K2 News.